Hey YouTube world and the world in general. First of all, thanks for tuning in into my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how you guys could make graphics and overlays for your stream through OBS or Game Capture HD or wherever software that you guys use to stream from your comfort of your house to the world. And today I'm going to show you how you guys could actually make those graphics at your house in your own computer. All you need is Adobe Photoshop or Microsoft Paint. I might be using Microsoft Paint for some parts, but mainly this tutorial is gonna be on how you guys could make your own graphics or overlays using Adobe Photoshop, and I'm gonna be using Adobe Photoshop Elements 12. So first thing you guys gonna do, go ahead and open up your Adobe Photoshop Elements 12. So let's get this tutorial started. I'm gonna go ahead and open my Adobe Photoshop. You're gonna say photo editor. Okay, so you get this screen right here. I'm not gonna go into a whole lot of details of how this Adobe Photoshop is and what it does, but that's gonna be a whole different video. For the sake of this video, I'm just gonna show you how you guys could make overlays using this wonderful software. And this is one of the best softwares out there to make overlays or graphics for your stream. Alright, so like I said, this tutorial is only how to make overlays, not in depth of how this and what this software does and how it works. For this FYI, I am not being sponsored by anybody making these videos. I just do it to help people out on YouTube, because I usually go on YouTube as well to find stuff, how to make or fix stuff as well. So I'm just giving back to the community of this world and YouTube, that just, you know, if I get help from YouTube, I want to help people back on YouTube as well. So this is how this tutorial goes. So how to make overlays, your own personal overlays, that where you guys could personalize your stream, every single one, or use the same overlay wherever your options are. So this is just an example. Okay, so I'm gonna go to File, New, blank file right here. I'm gonna click on here. I'm gonna call it, I'm gonna go ahead and name it. I'm gonna name it as overlay tutorial, and I'm gonna leave it as web, because that's what this eventually this overlay gonna be used for the web purposes. So I'm gonna go ahead and say web on here. And this is a resolution page right here, so I'm going to leave a resolution of size of 1024 x 768, and yeah, so I'm going to leave it as that. Background content, I'm going to keep it as a transparent, because we need it as a transparent. And you will see why I did it as a transparent in a minute. I'm gonna say okay. Alright, so this is what transparent, so this is how your background should look like, because your streaming software is gonna wanting this type of a background table for you to stream through your overlays. So this is what you need to able for your software to understand your overlays, and you guys could stream right through the overlays or graphics. Okay, so make sure you get this checker type of a background. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead right now. It is at 33% right here, 33.33% of the zoom. I'm gonna make it to at least 70 so I can see what's going on. Well, we're gonna be going in and out anyways, to zoom in and out anyways to make some overlays. So first thing first, that I'm gonna show how you guys could, what tool that I use. So I'm gonna be using this tool right here. It's a lasso tool, or L, a polygonal lasso tool. So I'm gonna go ahead and click here, and at the bottom you're gonna see a couple of options of this polygonal lasso tool right here at the bottom. There's a circle one, there's a lasso tool, there's a magnetic one, and then there's a polygonal. I like using the polygonal because it's easier to move around with this tool. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there, and you can always click off and change whatever makes it easier for you, but I'm gonna leave it as this one. I'm gonna go ahead and click here. Okay, so we're gonna call this layer 1 as, what I like doing every time I go in make something on here, I like to layer every single layer, what every single layer is. So on the right you're gonna see a bunch of layers right here, and at the middle is to see your working space. So let's get to this. I'm gonna get the overlay. We're gonna make some overlay graphics. We're gonna make some underlays as well as some camera overlays as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this polygonal lasso tool, and I'm gonna go ahead and click here. I'm gonna make an overlay. Let's start from the middle. First thing first, that before you start this, I like to get my ruler and the grid out. I like using the grid because it's much easier to remove and much easier to understand where you're working with. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to view right here. I'm gonna go grid. So that way, or I could use a ruler too. Or let's get this ruler and the grid out so we know that we are doing everything proportionally right with this. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and make an overlay. So obviously this is 14, so I'm gonna start at 7 right here. So I'm gonna start with like right here in between. I'm gonna take my polygonal lasso tool. I'm gonna design an overlay. I'm gonna go ahead and click here at the very top. Then I'm gonna drag this down, maybe around right here, and then go all the way. I'm gonna hold down my shift key, make a straight line, and so that's the overlay or the top. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go under paint right here. You see paint bucket tool. I'm going to click on here. I'm going to click the color that I want for that particular thing. I'm going to go for red. And I'm going to click here. So that's the top part of the overlay. I'm going to go ahead and move this around so get this all proportionally correct. Okay, that seems correct here. So that's the one of the, and then I'm gonna say that's all, and that's just like one of the part of the overlays. I'm gonna say new layer right here on the right, create a new layer. Then I'm gonna go ahead and draw another overlay here. I'm gonna design another one. I'm gonna say right. design another one. I'm gonna hold down my shift key so I get the straight line. Go up. Connect this here. So I'm gonna go down into my paint bucket again. I'm gonna pick a color. Let's go with some other color. Maybe green. I mean, like, you could just do whatever color that you want. Make it personal. We're gonna get into more detail with this graphics and all, but for now, let's just for the rough as a starting. We're just gonna pick this color. I'm gonna pick a green one. So we're gonna go ahead and then make another layer. We're gonna go click create another layer, and I'm gonna get this move tool right here on the right. I'm gonna click on it, and I'm gonna say copy, edit. First thing first, I'm gonna click on the layer that this thing is on. This is actually the second layer. I mean, you could always go under here and rename your layers anyways. So like the layer 1 was the middle graphic. Should I say? And then I'm gonna say this one, double click on it. I'm gonna call it right top graphic. And this one I'm going to double click and say left top graphic. So I'm going to go on here on the right one, so that's the one we are under. I'm going to say edit. I'm going to say copy that. Then I'm going to go back to the left top graphic because that's what I'm going to be making a duplicate on the right. Then I'm going to say edit. And then I'm going to say paste here. So I'm going to take this layer, drag it to the right, and that didn't really work. Okay. So I'm going to get this, you're going to go at the corner of it and then flip it the other way around, so guys gotta hold the shift key down, make them straight, and drag everything all the way to the right. And fix, and there it is. So now you guys got your left and the right here. Okay, so that's how the top layer goes, and we're gonna get into more details how you guys could get into more, make it more personalized and cool, and make it more attractive looking overlay. So let's get into a little bit more. Let's make another one. Let's go some like from okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up another layer. I'm gonna click on this one. I'm gonna say paste because this one is already there. I'm gonna go ahead and put this right under here. I'm gonna adjust the size. Okay. And Okay, I'm gonna rename this. I'm gonna say right bottom overlay. I'm gonna go under here. I'm gonna say left bottom overlay. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna say edit and paste. I'm gonna move this all the way around like that. Hold down my shift key and say yes, that's what I want. And move this around here. Actually, you know what, let's delete that. I'm gonna go ahead and copy this one because it's easier to maneuver. So I'm gonna say right click, duplicate layer. I'm gonna drag this all the way down here. I'm gonna flip it around. Okay, so now you guys got that. So I'm gonna move a little bit down so it looks a little bit more not touching it. So there goes that top part. You guys could do that, and we could always go in there and change the colors. I'm gonna go into paint bucket. I'm gonna change that color to something else, maybe something closer to red, because we got the red right in the middle. I'm gonna change this to pick that layer. There it goes. Then I'm gonna pick another layer. This is a left top graphic. I'm gonna pick that, and right top graphic. I'm gonna click on that, and then the right bottom. So you get something like that, right? So that's the top part. So now let's try making a camera overlay. Okay. So I'm gonna click on this thing, rectangular marker tool. I'm gonna go down and change it to this one. I'm gonna do this thing right here. And I'm gonna fill this out with okay, before we actually do that, I should have done a new layer. Then I'm gonna call this camera overlay. Then I'm gonna go into paint. I'm gonna fill this as that, so I know that it's there. So this is gonna be somewhat looking like my camera overlay. Okay. I'll move this down. Then I'm going to say another new layer. I'm going to draw out something else. Maybe that. I'll pick a different color. Pick my layer. I'm gonna change, I'm gonna put a paint on there. I'll move this around. I'm gonna go right click and send to back. Okay, so we got something like this popping out from the right. I'm gonna do a couple of more layers on here. I'm gonna call it camera pop out. And I'm gonna go ahead and draw me another one of those. I'm gonna say right click center back, and I'm gonna make this bigger so like it's popping up from the bottom. So like that's where the camera's gonna go, okay? So now like we got the camera, we got the over. I'm gonna go ahead and cut out where the camera is actually gonna be. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna make a little square right here. I'm gonna go to that layer first. I'm gonna go this camera overlay layer. I'm gonna cut out where my camera is actually gonna lay on, like a little square. And I'm gonna hit delete. So that's where the camera is gonna lay, right on top of there. So I'm gonna make another layer right here. I'm gonna call it underlayer. And we'll use the same Polygonal Lasso tool. I'm gonna carve out another one of the underlays. Let's see, what can I do here? Maybe we get something like I'm gonna hold on my shift key. I'm gonna go all the way here, and then I'm gonna go down here. So this is gonna be the underlay. I'm gonna click on my layer because it's gonna be underlay graphics. Then we'll go under paint and pick my color. Let's go with something like that for now. And bam. So we got that. I'm gonna go ahead and say another layer. I'm gonna say under layer graphics 2. I'll click on my first one. I'm gonna copy that. I'm gonna go on my layer, what I wanna do here. I'm gonna say paste. Now I'm gonna go under that. I'm gonna pick my get my graphics and move it around the way that I want it. I'm gonna make this one maybe slightly over here. I'll move this one down a little bit down. And this one a little bit down. You could also move these layers, these graphics, by clicking on it and going up and down on your keyboard, or you could do the same with the mouse as well. Okay, so after you get your top, your camera, and then the bottom layer. Alright, I'm gonna give it a 60% zoom. So far we got this for our streaming graphics right here. Okay. So what we have right now. So after this, we're gonna get into detail of how we could make this graphics and fill these graphics out with more detailed graphics, meaning, so this is, we're gonna work with this outline right here of the overlay for the Twitch or the YouTube. We're gonna work with this outline, or should I say graph, or we're gonna get into more details of making this more attractive or more personal or more, should I say, appealing to the eye. I'm gonna drag this thing down a little bit. And now we have something to work with, and we could fill all these effects into every single one of these layers and make it more eye feeling, should I say. Alright, we're gonna get into that a little bit later. Alright, so now that we got something to work with here with our overlay graphics, we're gonna add some social media icons into here, and like Facebook and all of that, and Twitter and this and that. The way that I like doing it is I'm gonna open up my paint. Then I'm gonna get my social media icon, which one that I want. For example, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with for now. Let's see. I'm gonna go with Twitter, because mostly every streamer has a Twitter account, so I like using Twitter as well. So I'm gonna use Twitter into my stream. Then I'm gonna crop this picture out, because all I need is this thing right here, and then copy it, and then go into mine here. I'm gonna make a new layer. I'm gonna call it Twitter icon. I'm gonna go edit, and then I'm gonna go paste it. So here it is. The Twitter icon is right in here. I'm gonna resize it. And I'm gonna lay it like right here. Maybe what I do, maybe I leave it over here, or maybe I'll bring this up like that. And I'll bring this down. Alright, so now I'm gonna go ahead and get myself other like Facebook, or if you have a YouTube channel, I'm gonna get my YouTube icon right here. I'm gonna call it another layer. I'm gonna call it YouTube. I'm gonna paste it. And bring it down in here. So eventually this whole bottom overlay, I'm gonna make it almost like a social media type of a thing, where I could advertise my other channels that I have. And sometimes people also want to put in their Twitter account right on there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that as well. I'll say Twitter. Oh, I'm gonna call this Twitch, actually, because that's what I'm trying to put in. I'm trying to put in a Twitch one in here now, because I know some people like putting their Twitch account as well into their stream, so people would know what channel they're watching right onto the stream. I'm gonna bring this down, lay it out like that. Okay, so now I'm gonna put in some call this another layer. Okay, so now that we got our social media icons onto our graphics overlay, so I'm gonna go ahead and type out my name on here, because I know everybody loves putting their name on to their overlay. I'm gonna call it, mine is of course, I'm gonna make it bigger. I'm gonna try to fit that in here. And I'm going to double click on it, make it bold. I want to change the color of it. I'm going to make it a little bit reddish. I'm going to right click it and I'm going to say edit text. And I'm going to go ahead and let's see, pick a different font so it will look bolded on there. Maybe that looks good. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this shadow drop-in. I'm gonna call it, maybe I'll make some bevels out of it. I'll click that. I'll make my bevel a little bit thicker so I could see. The way that I got into there, I went into my layer, right click it, and then go edit layer style. And I'm gonna add some stroke, maybe not, maybe drop shadow in here. So you know, you guys could play around with this and make it as how you want it, how you want your overlay name to be like. I'm gonna say glow, I'm gonna call it inner, maybe not most of it, maybe outer. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it as that. Alright. Maybe I'll put all of them together. And move this down over here. Maybe I'll put a drop shadow on there. Okay, I'm gonna play with some of the stroke right here because it looks good with that stroke on. I'm gonna move this out over here like that. Maybe I'll move this thing a little bit up and bring this one a little bit. Maybe I'll bring this in a little bit in like that. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and do other graphics on there. So I guess like that looks good for me. And I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. Maybe I'll make this. So I'm gonna do this one a little bigger too. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and put more graphics on here. I'm gonna go into effects. And I'm gonna pick the effect that I want this layer to be. First I'm gonna pick the layer. Click on my object. Go under effect. And I guess I'll go with this one here. Slap it on there, maybe another one. Maybe I'll do this one. Maybe I got this titanium thing. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna do the same thing, or maybe something different for the bottom one. Go ahead and do that, and something different here. Put that on there again. Got this color one in here. Alright, so that's gonna be the bottom layer. Maybe I'll change the colors of it. So you guys could play around with how you want your underlay or overlay to look like. Okay, I'm gonna leave that for now. I'm gonna play around with this one. I'm gonna go with this. Let's just go with this theme right here. It's got diamond plate. Let's just go with that for now. I'm gonna get this one. Put that under here. So that how that will look. Resize this one. Maybe let's play around with this one. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this down. I'm gonna make this a little bit upper. Well, how about that? Alright, so I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna go up and play, do my graphics on this, the top part. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab. I'm gonna keep it one theme because that's what we've been doing for the other ones. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to keep the same theme here. Maybe I'll make another layer. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and make another layer here and call it overlay underline. I'm gonna go ahead and go to this layer right here. Right click it. Maybe I'll draw another one. How about that? I'm gonna draw another one. I'm gonna click on here, overlay. I'm gonna go on my Polygonal Lasso tool. Maybe I'll draw out some like this. Hold down my shift key. There you go. I'm gonna fill it out with the color. And I'm gonna go into effects. I'm gonna pick this one right here. Okay. And move this thing down like that. Yeah. So that's how that will look. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing with the top, the middle one. And you guys could always go in there and type out what you guys want. I'm gonna say maybe followers. I'm gonna resize this one to my needs. I'll move it up here. I'm gonna change the color. I'm gonna say another one. I'm going for another layer. Call it subscribers. I'm gonna put it on this side. Alright. And you guys could always put in your whatever you guys want or wherever you guys want. You guys could just make your own personal, but for sake of this tutorial, just gonna go with what I have, what I got. I'm gonna go ahead and put in my if you have a logo or your own personal thing, you guys could put that in there. Find a layer, edit, paste. Bring this up. And what you guys want to do here is you guys want to get rid of this white space in the back so it will look like PNG. So the way that you guys get rid of this in the background, the white in the background, is you're gonna take your magnetic wand tool, click on it, you're gonna click on the layer, and then you're gonna click on the white part right here. Voila, it's just gonna automatically gonna see what object we have, and it's just gonna grasp that object and turn it into a, what we call it, the clear picture. So I'm gonna click on it, it's gonna do this its outline thing, and I'm gonna rename that layer to logo, and I'm gonna say edit and cut. So now you guys could see how that white is gone, the background thing of this thing is gone, and everything is cut where it needs to be cut, right here all around. So that's what that the magic wand tool does. Besides using this thing, the Polygonal Lasso tool, going in and doing it yourself with every nick and corners, you guys could just use this, the magic wand tool, and it automatically does it for you. So it's pretty nifty and pretty handy. So I'm going to go ahead and click on my move tool and move this up, resize, and place it wherever I want. I'm going to put mine over here. Maybe I'll make it a little bit bigger. Okay, I'm going to zoom out to 40%, I guess, maybe 60. So here you go, guys. You guys got yourself overlay then you guys could put into your streaming software, whatever you guys use. I actually use Game Capture HD because this game comes with Elgato Game Capture, also OBS as well. So once you are completely satisfied with how your overlay graphic looks, you guys go save it as PNG file. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. So let's just call this a finish. I mean, you could keep on going on forever, you know, but the main things that every streamers want on their overlays is probably the overlay itself, the underlay, and then the camera overlay right here. Okay, and you guys could keep on editing this and going in and making your changes and do this and that. But for now, so once you are done with how you want your overlay to look like, you're gonna go File, Save As, save it where that you want to save it. As a PNG file. Okay, and then say save. And say okay. And close this. It's gonna ask you if you want to save it, say yes. And call it a PNG file like I said earlier. Okay, Okay, I'm gonna call it, let's say, overlay tutorial done. And save. Make sure that you save it as a PNG file, and right here when it says format, click down on that little arrow thing and click PNG and click save and click OK. Alright, so now you guys got yourself an overlay here, which then you guys are completely done. And how to put that into your OBS, you guys could watch my OBS tutorial, and how to add your PNG file into your stream to make it personal. You guys could watch my how to use OBS and how to stream video. And yeah, that's about it, guys. And now, thanks for watching. And you know the drill. Follow me on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, and I'll catch you on my next video. And thanks for watching. Take care.